Welcome to Pigs Can Fly, the psychology of business. My name is Stephen Reynolds. Today's case study is on British-born company Dreams. Here is how one man turned £20,000 into a multi-million pound empire inside 22 years. The story begins in 1985 when Mike Clare, then aged 30, decided to open his first store in West London. Having gained 10 years experience in furniture sales, he decided to go it alone. At the time, the sofa bed was a new concept and Mike thought there was an opportunity to start his company selling these. He also recognised that other furniture stores would sell desks but without any office chairs, so he started selling these too. To open his first store, he needed £20,000 but only had £2,000 of savings. He sold his car, took out money on a credit card and got the bank to match it, giving him the money he needed. Mike was a big believer that by having everything on the line, it forces you to try harder, as otherwise you give up at the first problem. The fear of losing his house was enough to ensure he'd done everything it took. Mike was able to grow the company rapidly due to one simple reason: cash flow. He was able to benefit from taking customer deposits in advance, then full payment on delivery, but he wasn't invoiced by the manufacturer until 1 month after delivery. In addition to that, many landlords offered great incentives on long-term leases. For a 15-year lease, Mike would receive the first year completely free. That meant he was able to open up more stores, receive more customer deposits, and continue to grow. Recalling his time working in a furniture store, he began to feel that sofa beds were a lot more difficult to sell than beds. The reason being that no one cares so much about a bed, but a sofa bed is a decorative piece of furniture that other people can see and use. It therefore has more importance in the decision-making process. Wanting to expand his range, he knew the company would need to change its name from the Sofa Bed Centre, and that's when Dreams was born. Within 6 months, he was selling 3 times as many beds as sofa beds. Many people have 2 to 3 beds in a house, but maybe only 1 sofa, so he knew he now had the right formula. The next lesson was in beating the competition. At the time, 60 to 70% of beds were sold by small family companies with 1 store. As Mike had better buying power and often better products, he would open a store nearby and operate at a loss with low prices in order to put the competition out of business, which always worked. He then became the only store in the area and was able to maintain this dominance. Dreams began to innovate. They encouraged customers to lie down and try the bed, which was uncommon at the time. They also invented the bed with drawers and bed bases for extra storage. At this stage, Mike saw his next move. He should begin manufacturing the beds and make even greater margins. Despite everyone advising him not to, he just couldn't see a downside, and it wasn't long until Dreams was the largest bed manufacturer in the UK. In 2007, Mike decided to sell the company, which at this point had 2,000 staff and 200 stores with over 200 million turnover. KPMG found 2 potential buyers, FL and Exponent. At this stage, Mike done something unconventional and removed KPMG in order to negotiate himself. The company was valued around 200 million, but he didn't trust KPMG to receive an offer of say 180 million and let the other company know they just needed to submit a bid for 185. So he told Exponent he would sell to FL unless he has an offer over 200 million. To his astonishment, they came back with 220 million. However, despite Exponent's generous offer, which was well above market value, Mike had one more tactic up his sleeve. He said he couldn't do it. Surprised and confused, executives of Exponent wondered why. Mike went on to explain, "Well, our logo is 3 Zs, which is similar to 3 2s. They didn't understand, so he spelled it out. It's like Feng Shui, a religious thing, but the offer needs to be 222, not 220. Do you see what I mean?" A little perplexed, executives clarified, so it needs to be 222 million. Honestly, to me, it's like fate. It means it's meant to be. And on that note, a deal was done for 222 million. Check out our next video, which tells the story of a little known sports brand called Nike that would become the world's most successful sports company, overtaking the Goliath of Adidas, who had started over 20 years earlier.